Experiencing everything coffee at a Blue Mountain Festival and a training for future hospitality workers, plus a nice place to cool out in this hot summer weather. Yes, you're tuned in to Jamaica's #1 magazine program. So sit back, relax, and keep watching today's show for these and more to come. But first, let's catch up on some water conservation tips and what made the news this week.
Water is precious. So we encourage everyone to practice the 4 R's of water conservation. Always remember to reduce your use of water wherever possible. Replace water wasting devices with water savings devices. Reuse water wherever possible. And wherever leaks are found, please repair them and repair them quickly.
Don't delay. Practice the 4 R's of water conservation today. Hi there, I'm Simone Wolf with your JIS News of the Week. The Statistical Institute of Jamaica is reporting that the country's unemployment rate continues to fall, reaching a record new low of 7.8% for the April assessment period.
The male unemployment rate declined by 1.8 percentage points to 5.5%, while the female unemployment rate declined by 2.1 percentage points to 10.6%.
At the same time, the employed labor force increased by 29,900. Voting on a motion brought by Prime Minister Andrew Holness, Parliament this week said yes to extending the state of public emergency in the St. Andrews South Police Division until October 5. The Prime Minister said the strategy was reaping success in other divisions, but more work was needed.
If we continue to use this strategy in a selective way, give ourselves 5 to 7 years, and we can bring our murder rate down to 16 per 100,000 or 500. And then after that, you would be in a position to now use conventional methods to maintain that and reduce crime.
Residents of St. Elizabeth now have increased access to justice services as the Santa Cruz Justice Center has been officially opened. It's the 6th of 14 being established across the island.
We're hoping that all 14 will be in operation before March next year.
The long-awaited Sexual Harassment Bill 2019 was referred to a special Joint Select Committee of the Houses of Parliament this week. The bill seeks to protect all women and men from unwanted sexual advances, requests for sexual favors, and crude sexual behaviors that affect quality of life by creating an intimidating, hostile, or offensive environment. Government has approved additional funds to truck water and effect repairs to systems that supply the commodity to communities affected by drought.
We know that consistently we have had droughts and other extreme weather systems affecting us, whether it is flood or drought, and there's a tendency once things normalize for us to divert our attention. What we want to do is to make sure that water receives the priority it deserves 24 hours a day, 365 days for the year, not just when it is an emergency.
Approximately $16 million has been spent to install a new elevator at the Victoria Jubilee Hospital in Kingston.
We're responding to that report of the replacement need of elevators at Victoria Jubilee. And indeed, I want to commend those who have responded, because while it is true that we have neglected to do so over a long time, it's important that as public health officials, whether as management or otherwise, we learn from our errors and we chart new courses to improve what we have done.
The Jamaica Fire Brigade has received more than $30 million of equipment to strengthen its first responder services. These will be distributed to the 34 fire stations across the island.
It is of importance that when we ask the men and women of the Jamaica Fire Brigade to put their lives on the line, that we do so by providing the necessary equipment to make them perform their duties.
Minister Darrell Vaz has affirmed that the ban on styrofoam products used in the food and beverage industry is on track to be implemented come January 1, 2020. He told Parliament on Tuesday that the private sector-led deposit refund scheme for PET bottles would also be fully rolled out in February 2020.
The government has charged the private sector to achieve a recovery rate of 85% within the first 2 years of implementation of the deposit refund scheme. I have been advised by the private sector that the necessary logistical arrangements are presently being put in place for the effective implementation of the DRS in 2020.
And Labour and Social Security Minister Shahini Robinson is reassuring beneficiaries of the Path Back to School grant that they will receive their benefit payments electronically next month.
As promised last year, we will facilitate direct electronic transfers of benefit payments commencing with the August 2019 payment. This will represent a saving on both sides as well as being more discreet and convenient for the families.
And those were some of the stories making news this week. I'm Simone Wolf.
Online transactions are more common these days, and so is the shift of criminal activities. Here is a feature on how persons can protect themselves while they seek to enjoy the convenience of the internet. Learn more next.
Choose strong passwords. A lot of us reuse our password and we use easy what we call soft passwords. You know, the name of your child, the date of birth. We encourage consumers to choose passwords that are complex, include characters, numbers, and symbols in your password, and no less than 8 characters. The other precaution is to control access to your machine. That includes don't leave your device open on the table. So your smartphone or your computer, lock the screen. Very important because somebody can easily access your data that way. The other precaution is to protect your sensitive data. So identity theft is real. And it's pretty easy for an actor with criminal intent to get your private, to create an identity of you. So they can go on your Facebook page or your LinkedIn or any social media site and grab your information, your name and other information, and create a profile of you in a different scenario. In some cases, they can actually go in other jurisdictions, they can use the social security number and actually apply for bank accounts and other services, financial services. So identity theft is real and it affects us all. So the advice is to try and limit the amount of information you put out there in social media. Social media is important. It keeps you in touch with friends and family you haven't seen for years, and you have a big geographical distance between them, but it also exposes you. So keep your private information offline. In regards to online shopping, utilize the services of a legitimate and well-known and well-established website. Some of these more, well-established websites may not necessarily carry the product or the service that you're looking for, but you do have websites out there that they may be running a legitimate organization, but their security precautions that they take in their back-end system is not sufficient. It not necessarily means that you can't shop with them, but or they might not deliver your product, but the level of trust that you have in them might not necessarily be what it should be. But online shopping, there's a service called Better Business Bureau, which a lot of these websites utilize now. And what they do is the Better Business Bureau will evaluate the website and organization for the level of legitimacy, the care that they take in protecting shoppers' data, and they will give them a rating. Their rating system is also based on the number of complaints that consumers logged with the Better Business Bureau. So so websites that are highly rated by the Better Business Bureau will have a tag on them, BBB. You may have seen that before. So that's a good way of evaluating a particular website if you choose to shop with them. Protect your credit card information, especially online. Don't just plug it in any website. And remember to log out of websites after you finish using them.
In the past, we would simply, go into a bank and we would sign mountains of documents to purchase a house or even a car. Now there are opportunities for you to use digital signatures where you can do these transactions online, which now makes it even more challenging to police, because how do we know that you are the actual individual online that is adding a signature to a particular contract or an agreement? So it is very important for consumers to understand and to have a better education on protecting ourselves in these regards.
So many wish they could visit our shores. We live where they vacation. Brand Jamaica beckons all from the four corners of the earth.
Well, as a Jamaican, I have great pride in selling it. Your pride that you sell Jamaica with is something that it rolls off. Jamaica has so much to offer, and every time I have the privilege of bringing an executive down to Jamaica, an executive from an airline or a tour operator or a travel agency, and you take them across the country, the pride that they said, wow, I can't imagine, especially when it's their first time. Wow, I love this.
Build it, cherish it. Our wealth is Brand Jamaica.
Even though we are a tropical country, we are able to experience a range of temperatures at any given time throughout the year.
A land with a blue depth of Caribbean Sea embracing its shores, with trees shading your backs, with the wind gusting through the branches to play a reggae beat on our skins, and above all, a land with a tropical climate. It's warm weather all year round, but with a slight variation between summer, winter, and a little more variation between hot and cold, just cool enough. This is Jamaica, and this is a cool summer in Jamaica. Where the wind caresses the trees and fruits make their beds, adoring the gifts of nature at Pablo's farm in cool Mandeville.
We're located in Kendall, right next to the disastrous Kendall, or historic Kendall train crash. It's just over from there. And we are just under the Shooters Hill Mountain. Real nice and cool. We enjoy temperatures of 85. When it's really on a hot day, it's almost 90 degrees, but because of the place being heavily wooded, we get all that coolness that you're feeling here today.
But from that one disaster blossomed the very beauty of life itself, operating for over 30 years.
If you come to Pablo's farm, you can find horses. I have a pony, a single pony. Her name is Cloud. She's 10 years old, and she's well schooled, so she's used to children and adults. She doesn't nip, she doesn't kick, or so. Behind me here is Rico. He's a 4-year-old thoroughbred. He's well schooled. Anybody can mount him. He won't bolt. He reacts to commands, so I can tell him what to do.
And there's this famous expression, never pull a horse's tail. Well, Pablo pulled Rika's tail while washing it, and he never budged. Now that's as safe as it gets.
I mean, he's so docile. Even when you wash him, he lifts his leg for you to give him a thorough wash. And he's a kind, warm horse. He'll eat out of your hand.
And there's more to see at Pablo's farm.
We have rabbits, and the kids pet the rabbits. We have pigeon, which they just look on because it's a crested, booty-foot pigeons that we have. They are really, really pretty. We have native chickens, like frizzy fowl. They call them in Trinidad. They are sense fowl to us in Jamaica. We have peel neck fowl, right, which is a kind of vulture fowl. I mean, not acting like a vulture, but the neck is featherless, and so we have that too. We have Dominic. We have guinea chicks also on the farm. We have peacocks on the farm. We have goat on the farm, and they're all subject to petting. You know, kids can touch them and feel what they feel like. So it's quite an experience.
While you can go there in just about any season of the year, summers are rather special.
Well, we offer the summer program, and kids can come from 10 o'clock until 5 o'clock. It's an open land, you know. I encourage the trees to shelter, you know, let them be more au fait with nature. So I encourage them to shelter under the trees. We have benches over here that they can sit. When the kids come, they're allowed to ride the horse, supervised. They're allowed to ride the pony, supervised. They're allowed to see the peacock open its tail, right? They can walk to the coops and look at the guinea chick. We have chickens in little cages that they can have close-up look. They can feed them out of their hands, you know, just to get a little bravery in them.
And for the adults?
And, you know, adults come here for the stroll. You know, it's nice, it's quiet, it's safe. And so sometimes I have one or two adults doing a morning walk, you know, or just a general stroll around the farm.
Enjoy a cooler summer in tropical Jamaica. Visit Pablo's farm and enjoy the island in all its natural glory.
Stop smoking around me! Without cigarettes, the world will be much better. Smoking is bad for your health, and when grown-ups smoke around us, we are breathing in their smoke too.
Cigarette smoking is bad for your health and the health of those around you. Don't smoke around children. A message from the Pan American Health Organization.
The workers and people who interact with visitors to the island play an important role in ensuring the best tourism experience. The government has been engaging efforts to maximize returns for tourism workers and to preserve the quality of the tourism experience. One of the ways it's doing this is through training and certification of youngsters looking to work in the hospitality and accommodations industry.
Good afternoon, class.
Good afternoon, Mrs.
Today we are going to be continuing our lesson on communication, and we'll be looking specifically at barriers to communication.
Well, welcome back to another session of our guest cycle, and today we are going to be focusing all our attention on the guests in the hospitality industry.
Two programs being offered concurrently. The future tourism workers are being trained in customer service and hospitality tourism and management. At the end of 2 years, the trainees will receive certification in not one but 4 areas: an associate degree in customer service, AHLEI certification, National Vocational Qualification of Jamaica NVQJ Level 4 certification, and Customer Service Industry Association recognition. And probably the best yet, at the end of the program, the participants will intern at a tourism location to gain valuable on-the-job training, which could lead to permanent employment.
Any other needs that the customer that we have to bear in mind? A timely service. A 2 minutes wait to a customer seems like 30 minutes.
A joint initiative between the Ministries of Education and Tourism, the program is being facilitated under a Memorandum of Understanding. The Tourism Ministry has pumped $100 million into the educational system. It is a 2-year program offered free of cost to trainees. Applicants must possess 5 CSEC subjects or Level 2 certification in hospitality or tourism management. But what is the HTMP? It is offered by the American Hotel and Lodging Educational Institute, AHLEI, and is the official industry-recognized curriculum to prepare students for work in the hotel and accommodation sector. 650 high school leavers are being trained to take up jobs in the hotel and accommodation sector. The trainees are primarily drawn from the resort areas of Westmoreland, Trelawney, St. James, and St. Anne. St. James, being the tourism capital, has dived full-on into the program. The parish's Anchovy High has more than 20 youngsters enrolled, already learning employable tourism skills.
At Anchovy High, we are unique in the sense that we're the only school in St. James that is now piloting the program. We would have received an invitation to be a pilot school through the Ministry of Education prior to the beginning of the 2018-2019 school year. And we gladly accepted the invitation to have the teachers who would deliver the program trained. And so we would have had a number of teachers from the Consumer Science Department. And so we would utilize the principal's cottage and transform that area to accommodate the program.
30 Jamaican teachers were trained by the American Hotel and Lodging Educational Institute's Certified Hospitality Instructor Program to deliver the course to local youth. 3 teachers of Anchovy High were trained and certified by the American Institute. 2 of those teachers are Olga Clark James and Fayoni Sawyers McFarlane.
The students are very, very enthusiastic about the program. I think they have been learning a lot, and many students want to start the program next year. They are able to see that there's a space for them in this industry, and that this HTMP degree that they will get, along with the other qualifications, can take them places. So we look at barriers to communication, we look at effective communication, and that is in communicating in the workplace. We have, for the guest cycle, we look at all the different parts of the guest cycle. We have executive housekeeping functions. We look at the role of the executive housekeeper. We also look at inventory control, the guest room, that type of thing for the housekeeping part of it. For the acquiring hospitality and tourism industry knowledge, we look a lot on hospitality and tourism, probably from 1800s onward. We look at it in Jamaica as well as in the United States. And I think for this has been an eye-opener for myself as well as for the students, because we realize that hospitality and tourism has come a very, very long way, and it has a lot of, it is really, really growing.
Mrs. Sawyers McFarlane is equally ecstatic that the program is targeting the nation's youth.
This program is a wonderful program that they could ever introduce in our school system, because it allows the students to get first-hand knowledge of hospitality training. They are able to learn how to approach the guests, how to deal with guests, how to resolve guest issue as it relates to hospitality industry as on a whole, and it will do very well for them.
I would like to become an executive chef. This program teaches me how to work towards it and persistence in doing it. I have learned a lot of things. For one, I've learned about how to communicate with persons better. I have learned how to manage my time as well, how to work under pressure, and just how to persuade myself as a better person as well. I can say it is a very great program, and I would encourage anyone to come to this program.
This program is a great opportunity for anyone who wants to become a hospitality personnel working in the hospitality industry, and it is a great program overall. I've learned to improve my communication skills, my interpersonal skills. I've learned a lot in the courses such as customer service, front desk operation, and housekeeping operations as well. In the future, I would love to become a food and beverage manager, and this course is also done in the HTMP program.
The Ministries of Tourism and Education, combining lesson plans to secure Jamaica's #1 foreign exchange earning product.
Thank you for coming, and we look forward to seeing you, and do come again.
On the board this week, the National Gallery of Jamaica will be opening its inaugural summer exhibition on July 28 at its downtown Kingston location, 12 Ocean Boulevard. 192 artworks produced by Jamaican artists based locally and overseas will be on display. These will feature sculptures, vibrant textile arts, paintings, photography, mixed media works, and large-scale installations. For more information, contact the National Gallery by email at info@natgalja.org.jm or call them at 876-922-1561-3 or 876-618-0654-5. The Brayton Seventh-day Adventist Church presents the Waymaker Gospel Experience. The event will be staged from July 21 to August 11 under the Big Tent at the Greater Portmore Roundabout. Come out Sundays to Thursdays 7:15 nightly and Saturdays at 9:15 a.m. with dynamic and international evangelist Pastor Christopher Mighty and co-evangelist Pastor Leonardo Turner, along with a spirit-filled team. Come and experience riveting gospel music. Other features include Prayer Power Tower and vibrant Children's Corner. Come have a grand experience. And that's all for community notices this Saturday. If you have something to share on our notice board, give us a call at 876-922-8680 or email cbishop@jis.gov.jm or kferguson@jis.gov.jm.
On our roads, remember, take time, be courteous, drive good, walk good. Don't drink alcohol and drive. Don't drive tired or sleepy. Don't tailgate and don't overtake unless it is safe to do so. And always drive at a speed which will allow you time to stop quickly and safely. Let's keep it safe on our roads.
We've come to the close of Jamaica Magazine for today. We hope you've been enlightened and ask that you join us again tomorrow for more. Until then, continue to watch these and other programs by logging on to our website at jis.gov.jm or subscribing to our YouTube channel. You may also find us on all the major social media platforms. On behalf of the entire production team, I'm Adrian Atkinson. Thanks for watching.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.